How do you judge a set of headphones? Build, sound quality, comfort, price, looks? Whatever you judge them by. The Monolith M560 from Monoprice is a very interesting set of headphones. Hey guys, DMS3TV. I'm a little bit sick today. I'm sure you can probably hear I'm talking quieter than normal. This is something I've been really excited about for a while. This is the Monolith M560 from Monoprice. Now what makes these interesting is that, well, a lot of things, but the big thing is that these are planar headphones under $200. Well, at $200. And not only are they planar headphones at $200, they can be closed or open. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. When I took these out of the box in my unboxing video, I was pretty much immediately blown away by how well these were built. I didn't really talk about it too much there because I was in a hurry making that video. But these are solid. These are the most solid headphones that I've ever felt. These are more premium feeling than my HD700s were. HD700s. I mean, these feel better than my Hi-Fi-Men did. These feel, I'd say, as premium as, you know, the Asgard 2 and other shit gear and stuff like that. Shit audio, not garbage. Shit. SCHIIT. And they are good at making premium feeling stuff. Right out of the box, I could not find anything on this that was plastic until I took off the ear cup. And you can see right here, where the ear cup connects magnetically is the only piece of plastic I've been able to find on these headphones at all. It just goes right on. These are also magnetic, by the way. The back covers are a little bit difficult to take off, but I'm not complaining. They work great. And these are actually wood. $200 headphones. I mean, really, across the whole board, like, this band is amazing. It's extremely comfortable. You don't actually adjust them, you just put it on, and that's it. The cable itself is extremely well built. I mean, it's thin, but definitely sturdy. It's braided. What's interesting about this is this actually has two 3.5mm connectors on it. And they're identical. You can plug it into either side. Doesn't matter which one you plug it into. It'll always be correct because one side uses tip, one side uses ring. I don't know which one, but that's how it works. So you can always plug it up either side. It'll always be correct. Now, these also come with a carrying case. It's giant. That'd be my only complaint, but I mean, it's not really that bad of a problem anyway. It still fits in my backpack, and really the only way these fold is this way. So, by the way, this fold, this actuation right here, this feels as smooth as the potentiometer on my Asgard 2. That's how ridiculously well built these are. This action is as smooth as the pot on an Asgard 2. I could go on and on about how well these are built, but the really important thing, of course, is sound. How good can a set of $200 planar sound? Well, here's where it gets interesting. Out of the box, they weren't great, but as it is with home theater and, you know, car audio and things like that, if they're not broken in from the manufacturer, you need to burn them in yourself. Now, that's not a long process. It literally is, I took these, I plugged them up to full of 2, I turned up the volume a little bit past what I'd normally listen to, and I just left it on shuffle overnight playing music. I came back the next morning, put these on, and they sounded completely different. Completely different headphones. Before burning them in, they were harsh and they didn't sound very wide. The bass extension was just not there. And the next morning I came back and they were just good. Very good. These are $200 headphones that sound as good as $300 and $400 headphones. These sounded better than my Hi-Fi-Men HE400, and these are $200. Now, it's not the same kind of sound as the Hi-Fi-Men. They are planar still, so they have that really tight sound, that really good bass extension. The Hi-Fi-Men were a lot more wide, so the Hi-Fi-Men, you would put them on and the sound was coming from way out here. These, the sound is more kind of a little more in your face. Not quite HD 650 in your face, but I mean, it's not as wide as the Hi-Fi-Men, but it's definitely tight. It's definitely very tight. And I can't think of another set of headphones that these actually sound like. They sound very unique, and they sound good. And the interesting thing there is that they sound good, you know, not just on a variety of amps, but they sound decent on a phone. You can actually power these off of a cell phone. And the cable's not too long, which is why I've been using these, you know, my HD650s at home, and using these on the go, simply because I can make them close back, open back, whatever. They're, you know, reasonably portable. Cable's not too long, and I can power them off a phone. And that's impressive for Planars. These are actually easier to drive than my HD650s are. Take that how you will, but I find it very impressive. Planars are usually notoriously hard to drive. So, with them being open and closed back, how does this affect sound? Kind of how you'd expect it to for the most part. When they're open, you get a little bit more width in your mid-range. Everything sounds a little bit more dynamic. And you actually get a little bit more bass when they're open too, a little more bass extension, which is kind of interesting. You'd think that if they were closed, they'd get more low end. But I mean, I don't know, because I've seen people that do Grado mods and open those up more, give them more bass, so who knows. And either way, it's not overwhelming bass, it's just they sound like Planars. I mean, they're pretty neutral across the board. They just sound like Planars, and that's what they are. If you're looking for Planar sound, this is it. Now, I do have a couple complaints. While these are over-ear, they're not on-ear, they are over-ear, in fact. I mean, this looks smaller than it is. I feel like they could be just a little bit bigger. You know, it's not like they're not sitting on my ears at any point, but I feel like they could still be just a little bit larger. And these do weigh a lot, but you don't really feel it unless you're wearing them all day. I've worn these for like 8 hours straight, and I've started kind of feeling the weight, and I take them off and I'm like, oh wow, those are kind of heavy. It really isn't bad though. The only time that I've had a straight up issue with it is sometimes I'll lean forward and they might slip forward just a little bit and start trying to slip off my head. Which actually I bent this bar in just a little bit, and that totally changed it, because out of the box these did not clamp really at all. They really needed to be adjusted. But still, for that being my only complaint in a set of $200 Planars, these are impressive. These are just great. They're just so good. I can't even think of what to compare them to. The best way I'll put it is that they're not as good as my HD650s, but they are as good as everything under that. It's the best way I can put it. I would rank these right under my 650s. And I guess depending on the scenario, you might like 598s more if you're not into that planar sound, but these are great. If anyone's getting into audio in, like, you know, the $200 or less range, I'm going to recommend these, and I'm going to recommend the 598s. And that's really it. Like, these are incredible. Now, I'm really excited to see how the M1060s perform. Those are launching in February. They are $300, and a lot of people say that they look in specs similar to the LCD series of headphones, which, if they release something that's like an LCD headphone for $300, I'm gonna lose it. Everybody's gonna lose it. So I'm gonna have a review of those literally like, you know, a day, 2 days after they come out. So expect that. I don't care if it's not on a Wednesday or Saturday like I normally do. I am posting a review as soon as they get on my doorstep. Like, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna break them in, I'm gonna use them for a day, and then I'm just gonna, reviews coming out on them immediately, because I have to see how good those M1060s are, because these headphones came in and WorldStar Hip Hop slapped Hi-Fi Man in the face. $200. I'm impressed. So guys, drop a like if you're excited to see the M1060 review when it comes out. Leave me a comment below letting me know what you think about, you know, planar headphones, or even planar headphones in this price range. I think it's really interesting. You know, what does that say about everybody else who's making expensive headphones? You know, could they be doing better? Who knows? And, you know, as always, stick around and subscribe, because I've got more exciting stuff coming in the near future. But until then, guys, peace.